Hi everyone, it's Rebecca from Happy with Dogs, and today we are doing an enrichment activity called Tugging at Your Heartstrings. This is a Valentine theme tugging, and you can use, a red rope that's Valentine's Day, or you could use a Valentine's Day toy to tug with your dog. Why should we tug with our dogs at all and play this game with them? Well, it strengthens our bond and makes them like us. When we play with other humans, they become our friends. The same is true with dogs. This ties into dogs' natural instincts. They would be pulling, chewing, playing tug with their siblings and things like that. And we can use tug as a training tool to reinforce behaviors down the road. This is a game that is safe for all ages, so puppies, medium-sized dogs, and adults can tug and have a fun time doing so, and it's a great outlet for them to burn some mental and physical energy. So first and foremost, the dog is going to set the amount of force. So we want to pull equally as much as the dog is pulling. So the dog sets the tone for the amount of tug. If we pull way harder than the dog's going to be like, wow, that person is a wacko. They play so rough. If we pull too light, the dog's going to be like, this is way too easy. This isn't even a game. So for our tugging game, we want the force to be equal. So you want to match your dog at their level of pull that you're able to give. And we follow the dog's lead. So all dogs play tug differently. So some dogs like to pull like straight back, some dogs move side to side, some dogs have a bounce in there, some dogs, I don't know, crocodile roll. So all dogs play tug differently, and it's important to play the game of tug for the dog in front of you. How to play. So we want to be gentle to our dogs, but also exactly match the amount of force that they're giving on the tug. We don't want to yank them. We want to do natural movements, which is side to side. So we want to mimic for tug, we want to mimic dogs' natural movements. So moving side to side. We see commonly that people go up and down and up and down, and this is really bad for their neck and their spine. We want to move naturally side to side with the dog rather than going up and down and up and down. For puppies, we want to make sure the toys are soft. So this is like a harder tug toy. For puppies whose teeth are still developing, a lot of things are still developing in babies. We want to use soft toys, and we want to be a little bit more gentle. The same with our seniors. We don't want to throw our senior dogs or our puppies all over the place. We want to be safe on them. They shouldn't do a lot of repetitive jumping motions. We want to meet the dog where it's at in terms of physical fitness. So there are rules when we play tug with our dogs. We want to let the dog win 50% of the time. So 50% of the time we win, 50% of the time the dog wins. And we always want to have the dog thinking that they could win. So we don't know who's going to win. Is it the dog? Is it you? Winning does not mean dominance. Winning a game of tug does not mean your dog is dominant. It does not mean they are alpha. This is false. And with this, there is an aggression myth. So tug does not mean your dog will be aggressive. In fact, doing tug with your dog gives them an outlet for these otherwise natural instinctive behaviors. However, if your dog is already aggressive and or resource guarding, do not start with tug, consult a professional dog trainer. Back to, we're gonna let the dog win. It's gonna be 50% the dog winning tug, 50% the human winning tug. If your dog won't bring the toy back to you, play tug with the leash on for right now. So let your dog drag around a 6-foot leash. So if they win that toy, you hold on to the end of the leash instead of letting them go hide somewhere. All right, that brings us to multiple dogs. A lot of us dog lovers have multiple dogs. When you start playing this game of tug, do it one dog at a time. Put the other dogs outside, put the other dogs away. We want one dog at a time to teach the dog the game, the rules, and make sure they're tugging appropriately. I wouldn't do this with a bunch of dogs at once. It's only one at a time and always to be monitored. How long should you play tug for? Well, that depends on your dog. If they're gung-ho, they love tug, it's their favorite thing to do, play for as long as they want to. But if you're trying to build up tug drive, play drive, you want to stop short and sweet. So what I would say, if you have a active dog that loves tug, that's crazy, play for 3 minutes, stop, take a break, let them get some water, because this is a lot of physical exertion for humans too. Like, this takes a lot of work on our end. So take breaks in between play sessions, but you could go as long as an hour with a dog playing tug. You can stop in between, let them get water, let them take potty breaks. So you never want to do something straight. You want to stop and take a lot of breaks. For a dog that don't like tug as much, you want to be short and sweet and end on a happy note. You don't want to be hounding them with making them play these tug games. So after a game of tug, we want to check our dog for injuries, check their teeth, check their paw pads, make sure they didn't hit something. So inspect them thoroughly for injuries and make sure all the activity you're doing, they are safe for it. So this game of tug is going to improve your dog's impulse control. It's going to be great mental stimulation. It's going to bring physical movement into their lives. This can help to reduce problem behaviors, and you can use a game of tug to teach boundaries, trust, and gain respect from your dog. I hope you enjoy this enrichment activity, tugging at your heartstrings. I hope to see some of you do it with some cute Valentine's Day toys.